I mean, there we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, now it went. This is weird. It always, okay, there we go. Okay. Good day, good love, good light, illuminators. Way, that's way better. Thank you. And grace, gratitude, and joy. It is that you all join us today for, once again, these life-altering, illuminating gatherings. Thank you, Bree, for being here once again with me and all of you today as I share with you, as we share with you our experiences, our expressions, the way we transform, not just with speaking light languages, but everything else and all the threads that encompass all of that. So to all of you, I thank you once again, and all of you out there watching, hi everyone. Once again, and I say this every Wednesday, truly life-altering experiences have happened. And if you're new to this channel, thank you for joining us. If you're new to these live broadcasts, we offer this space for all of us to explore our experiences that have everything really to do with opening our multidimensional awareness, how light languages and all forms of them affect us, how we apply them, how we use them, how some of us have been doing it a long time or just a little while. Maybe you're just interested in it. Maybe you just stopped and clicked and said, hey, what's live here? What's going on? So what my intention was to create this gathering space to share my experiences with all of you, with how I came about speaking light languages, how I came about, how I've been guided and how to use them, how it's opening my channeling abilities, how it has opened truly. And I wrote this today because today's a very, very, very special day for lots of reasons. And I wrote this today because they said to me, when you realize something, you're revealing all of your own layers of love. And as we reveal our layers of love to ourselves and to each other, we understand more fully that vulnerability really is our strength. And so many beautiful, exciting things have been happening in these Wednesday gatherings that I can't even really begin to explain to all of you. And except for those of you who have come to these or watched them or been in the room with us, it truly has been an amazing experience for me. So if you'd like to join us, you don't have to speak light languages. We enjoy hearing, even if you've only heard it for the first time, maybe you started speaking them, maybe you're drawing, toning, hand signing, scribing. Maybe you're not any of those things. Maybe you'd like to. It is a space of all inclusiveness. So whether you want to just join in the room, you don't have to speak, you can just hang out with us. And, I will say, especially last week, but, a lot of the magic happens, you guys, when the camera goes off. After we're together at the end, when the live stream's over, and even though we're being as authentic as we can be, there's so many layers of all of this that so much more we can explore again after the lights go off, and where we can be together. And I will have to say, I'll have to let a couple like Sean and Sean speak for that. But last week was an incredible experience for a lot of people, and the magic really happened throughout the entire hangout, and then afterward was really incredible. So I do hope that you guys will share a little bit of that. And I wanted to thank everyone else out there for being there and watching and interacting with all of us, whether you're in the YouTube chat. So if you would, Bree, if you could let everybody know how they can join us here in the room, how to YouTube chat live, and all the other particulars. And I'm going to just get a glass of water and say, I love you guys all. And thank you all for being here.
Sure. Okay. Thank you, Wendy. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us again, or if it's your first time, welcome. You can join us in the video participation room today by going to Wendy's blog on her website. It's languagesoflights.com. On the blog page, every Wednesday, we post details for that day's webinar. And in the comments of the blog is where you can find the participation link. There's also an option to join with only audio using your phone. You can call a phone number, and all that information is in the comments of the blog. I put it in the YouTube live chat up near the top of the chat. It says find the participation link in the comments here, and I put the link right there. So you guys can easily click on that if you don't want to type in languagesoflights.com/blog. Or clicking on the blog. So yeah, please come and join us. This is an open space for us to discuss all the stuff that is happening in our lives. And although we focus on light language and what it does for us and what we experience with it and sharing it, we also talk about all the other facets of awakening to multidimensionality and what that does for us and what that does to our experience of being here, and how we can more easily do it with grace and ease, although sometimes there are big, big rocks in the road that we have to climb over painfully sometimes. And light language for a lot of us, I know especially for myself, helps us get through those really rough patches. So we also have people in the room here today. So I wanted to change the view here, introduce everybody. So with us today, we have Dave, we have Don or Parky, we have Stefan, we have Wilma, Will, Reiki with Will, Sarah, Sean, Shiny Sean, and we have somebody new
Taboo
who has been in
here.
the YouTube
Get
live
out of
chat.
town.
Taboo Taco. Taboo Taco. I'm not sure if there's a name you would like to be called other than your awesome name.
Yeah, and you
Taboo
guys,
Taco.
you know, for the sake of the audience too, I know a lot of us, we refer to each other as by our names, even though the the screen says something different.
Yeah.
So do, if you want to, you could say your actual name, and if you don't, that's cool. We'll just call you by your avatar.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, and I forgot to mention, if you come into the room, but you don't want to speak at all, you don't want to show yourself on the camera,
Don't
but you
have
just want to
to.
type here in the chat privately,
Oh,
you can
yeah.
do that, and that's fine. You know, this is just a space where we want to open a place for people to be able to talk about this stuff, because sometimes we don't really have places to talk about this stuff in our own personal lives. So welcome. So thank you for being here. And Wendy, I think maybe just
I'm looking.
current situation,
I'm like,
maybe we should start off.
Like, all right, he was like right there sleeping. And
Before we go into sharing with people and asking how things are going and maybe sharing some light language blessings, Wendy has a new addition to her family.
Yes,
and it's very exciting. So do you want to talk about that, Wendy?
But I'm trying to find him now. I'm like, where did he go?
She lost the new addition to her family temporarily. So I will say that the second, when did that happen?
Yes, that's what I'll start there. Yeah, I was gonna say, we'll start there.
Sure.
And what I wanted to say, first of all, you guys, is that if you're new to my channel, and one of the ways that I woke up, started activating my own light languages and my own channeling abilities was when, and I've mentioned this before, so pardon me if you guys are not new to my channel, but part of my awakening process was through these sacred symbols that were channeled through Darlinka, through Bashar. And I immediately started a journal at the very beginning of my awakening process. And some of the very first things I wrote in here were about keys and gates and numbers, and 111 and 11. And part of my own awakening process was the number 1111, which I think is true for many of us, that we experience either that number or many numbers. And so, repeating numbers and so forth. So today's date is a very auspicious date for me today, especially because today's date equals 11. 11 is my birth path number. It is a master number. It has always rang for me. It truly did. It was like bells ringing for me, awakening me. And so one of the very first things I did in my journal was started writing all of these circuits down, and these are in pencil. And so they're very, very light right now, but this is number 11. And so And I'll show you a larger version because I rewrote them because we were encouraged by him to rewrite them and actually listen to how they're being used. And so today is number 11, realize. And so I've realized a lot of things. And if you notice too, it's the same, no matter which way you turn it. So, and that's what my guide said to me today, that when you realize something, you literally are unlocking layers of ourselves, and we really are just shedding light on something that we've never seen before and realize something. So that was part of my awakening process, and it began me scribing, symbols and so forth. So today being an 11-day, so today being October 11th, 2019, excuse me, the 16th, October 16th, 2019, the date actually equals 11. And so for me, it was a very powerful day, especially coming off of all of this energy and all of these wonderful gatherings and all of you. And I'm looking for him again. I'm like, uh-oh. So one of the things that I've realized in these gatherings is how close we can become with people we've never met before, and how it's so incredibly powerful. And that was one of the biggest reasons I was guided to do these gatherings, because of the power. Not only, and I wanted to say for last week too, I got a lot of feedback, you guys, on the sections where everyone was singing at once. Lots of people commented about that and even wanted to take pieces and say, can you take a piece out of that, more than one, to take that section out and make it its own video, because they felt it was just so powerful. And so that is one of the powers behind these gatherings. And so because of us doing these gatherings, I've been introduced to people that have been literally, in every way, shape, or form, all of you in your own individual ways and collectively, life altering for me. And especially starting these gatherings, and how I've seen so many of you now off meeting each other, starting relationships, starting just enjoying each other's company, and actually starting your own conversations. And so last week was a beautiful expression of that. And that's one of the reasons why my guide said to me to use that word, expressing light language. And because we all express it in different ways. And even if you're not speaking or anything, we're all light, speaking a language, our language of light, in everything we do, whatever you're creating, whatever you do for your job. This is why we need to be in passion, the state of passion with what we're doing for a job, because it changes our light, and it changes the way we emit and generate our light, and how we interact with people. And so we're all speaking a language of light all the time. We're just, so I think too, we need to expand and realize the extent of our reach with each other, and that it's not just about speaking light languages, but it also helps us open up to that if it's something that you desire to do. And in these meetings, I have met all of you have become a part of me, a part of my life, there is no, once it happens, there's like no separating it anymore. And so we become bigger each other. We become more within ourselves, and we become more for each other and with each other. And the very second hangout that we did, we started on June 5th, and on June 12th, Ivy, she was here last week. Ivy from Earth Star Village was in our hangout, and she had this beautiful, beautiful feline come crawling up behind her. And I said, oh, who's that? And she said, oh, that's Billy. And she's getting ready to have a litter any day now. And I said, oh, that would be nice. Let's all do light language blessings for the kitty. And I called up and I said, oh, they're cosmic kitties now. And the very next morning, she sent me a message. Something, I don't know, something snapped in me. And for all of you who know, I've started my channel almost 5 years ago, walking my dog Ranger. So for a variety of reasons, kitty cats were out of the picture. But something very magical happened, and a sequence of events that led to Ivy calling me sending me a message last Wednesday and saying, I think this little guy belongs to you. And I'm looking for him now because he's roaming around here somewhere. So I can introduce you. And what's really weird about this is that there's so many really great things about this, but the way it came about, the way our relationship and how and then I find out she lives in the same state as I do. And she literally drove 5.5 hours to bring this beautiful soul to me. And literally love at first sight. Now, I had already been speaking light languages to this little kitty in videos for a while, just private talking with her. And so when I met him, it was like we already knew each other. And I have been feeling a lot of Lyran energy over the last few months, and I've been asking for a lot of things. And it was just a sequence of events that I realized I just couldn't say no. So we're in this process of getting them acquainted and me learning how to be a kitty mommy, because I've always been a doggy mommy. So it's been very interesting for me. But what's really funny about this is that my immediate, when I said, oh, they're cosmic kitties. And what I didn't realize is that her breeding page, which I will share with you, I'll share the links with all of you, is that she breeds Tennessee bobtails, and she also breeds ragdoll cats, and she has bred them together for ragabobs. And he's like, I just couldn't even believe how magical he the pictures of him, how magical he looked. And I knew right away, I just, some way, somehow, I was going to have one of these beautiful beings in my life. And I just can't thank her enough for and the people, and Miguel, my dear friend Miguel Mendonça, who introduced Ivy and I, and Miguel, who introduced Jacqueline Smith and I. And if it wasn't for him introducing us, I wouldn't have this. Jacqueline wouldn't know Bree, and the three of us are dear friends and colleagues. So there's so much so when we talk about expressing and exploring and transforming in light languages, it's so much more than that. It's so much more than that. It's about all of this and the life-changing things that happen when we connect with each other, and when we start realizing and revealing our layers of love. And I realized something, that I had been putting belief systems that were not mine in front of what I wanted. And once I stopped doing that, I allowed this being into my life. And that is a pretty incredible step for me in my own growth. And so it was a very important, this whole thing has been incredibly expanding. And on top of it, we can make a lot of excuses for not doing something because I've got this going on and that going on, and then something else going on. And then all the things that get thrown in our life that we weren't expecting, because of course life happens when you're making plans. Always. So that's another thing. We got to realize you got to let go of that shit. You got to stop doing that, because we stop the magic. And that is really the biggest message in all of that today for me and this week. And you know how if you've been around or been joining us for a little while, or if you've been watching them, or if you haven't, I've been talking a lot about, the wolf pack, the wolf pack. And it's an archetypal energy. It's that whole idea of, like we talked about before, the wolf pack, and being the lone wolf, and yet realizing that we really are happier in a pack. We want each other, we need each other, we grow from each other, we expand from each other. So yeah, I'm going to see if I can hunt him down a little bit. And speaking of that, that reminded me, We're just coming off of the hunter's moon. So speaking of dogs and speaking of cats and speaking of animals, I mean, we have that hunter instinct in us all. We hunt for something more, something bigger, something new. We didn't come here to sit still. And yet our fears and our beliefs and the ones that are put upon us by others prevent us from creating all of this magic. And it's really interesting because my friend Pam had crocheted a baby blanket for her new first granddaughter, and she had crocheted me this little teeny white piece, and she left it with me a week ago before she left. And attached to it, what'd I do with it? I gotta show you guys. Anyway, I'll find it. And attached to it was a rainbow little plastic ring, just from whatever kids stuff. And then the fact that a week later I find Cosmo. And so this is the funny thing too, is I was calling them Cosmic Kitties, and I couldn't believe it when I looked at her breeding website. They're called the Cosmic Tennessee Bobtails. Cosmic. And I was like, why didn't you tell me that? She's like, oh, you picked right up on that. I had no idea that was what her website was called, was the Cosmic Tennessee Bobtails. So there's that. And so I got this, and his name, his father's name is King Blue. Well, lots of blue synchronicities for me all over the years. If you've been watching my videos, lots of synchronicities with blue. Oh, tons of them. So that in of itself was just a whole nother layer. And so I just knew that cosmic or somehow had to be part of his name, and blue. And so I'm working on his title, his big name, but he's Cosmo. So he's been, you know what? He's sleeping at my feet. Come here. Hang on. Come here, little angel. Come here.
I think the most magical part of this is the fact that the cat, the mother cat, came up to the
say hi to
video camera when we were doing all these light language blessings, and she was pregnant, and she came up because she was attracted to the energy of the blessings.
Do I hear the groans yet?
No. Oh my gosh, there it is. Cosmo.
Here's Cosmo. Okay, I got to put my headset on. Hang on. Hang on. He's sleepy now, which is a good time. This is a really good time for him to say hello because he's tired. Wait a minute. I know. Okay. And he's got the most beautiful blue eyes. I can't even believe it. Yes, I know. You want to go. I know. Say hi. I just want to say hi to everybody. Okay, I'll let you go. Look at that face, you guys. Say hi, Cosmo. So this, you guys, is a product of these Hangouts.
A direct product.
Thank you.
A direct product. He's so sweet, Wendy.
I love you so
This is my first time seeing him too, other than photos.
See what I mean? He's just so, hi.
Yeah.
Little magic. You looking
It's
at
like
everybody?
that ragdoll. Ragdolls are super chill.
They are. That's why he's so awesome, because he's got that chill of the ragdoll, but he's also got he's got the strength and the power of the bobtail. He's like, man, I'll tell you what, talk about amazing alchemy, you guys.
And talk about synchronicity. So Taboo Taco just said, my first ever pet was named Cosmo. So there you go, Wendy.
And then I find out my sister-in-law's cat, she also had it, and I don't remember if it was white or not, but she also had a cat named Cosmo. So, okay, where do we go from here? That whole thing, this whole away, that was another reason why I started it that day, because my was going on? Something was, oh, I remember. Oh, I remember. I was making a trip home for the first time in 2 years, and I came out to all my family. Then so
Wait, you
that
cut out
was
there,
even
Wendy.
interesting.
You said you came back here. That's when I visited you, right?
Yes.
For the
So
wedding.
that's the first time. Yeah, I had gone back home up north, where I'm from, north of Chicago. I'm retired now in Tennessee for the last 2.5, almost 3 years. And that's when I met Bree, and we got to hang out, and we used to hang out at my house, and we got to do lots of awesome things. And where was I going with that? Oh yeah.
You said that you
Sorry, I was like, all of a sudden I got really thirsty. Go ahead.
You were talking about talking to your sons, right?
Yes, and I had just, that's it. I had just come out. I had just come out to my family, basically.
And by come out, please explain.
Okay, I said come out, like, okay, I guess I better explain that. Oh my God, yeah. What I meant was, I was telling everybody I had a YouTube channel. I speak light languages. I talk to all kinds of things, and that's what I meant. My spiritual coming out, like, okay, so that's what and we were it was very interesting. So I had already planned to start when we got back, and I could have used a million reasons why not to, but that day I realized it was also June 5th, which equaled 11. And the year is 2019, which equaled 3. So my guide said to me that day, 11 and 3, and with the Trinity, they're like, yeah, this is actually going to be the start of something that you won't even begin to imagine the ripple effects of what's going to transpire with these gatherings. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of do. Yeah, I do. So that's when I said to Bree, well, I've got this thing that I'm thinking about doing. You want to do it with me? And that's how all of this started. So the very week later, 1 week later after we started all of this, is when Cosmic Kitty came into the world. And the funny thing is too, is it was the 13th, 613. And you guys, 613 2019 equals 13, the number for transformation, transform. And so all of these are puzzle pieces that we're putting together of what we are and who we are together, and the threads that we all carry together, that we not carry, the threads that we're all intertwined, each and every one of us. So with that said, I wanted to say hi to everybody. God, everybody out there in in YouTube land. Hi, everybody. And thank you all in here for being with me today. Sometimes I really lose my train of thought because I get so overwhelmed with just gratitude and emotion that I'm like, oh, what was I saying? It's like, ooh. I think maybe today, I wanted to say hi, everybody. Oh, hey, Heather. Hey, Jody, Maria, Zinnia. And hey, Tavo, I'm so happy you're in here. I just was looking to say DB, Asuman, Anju. Oh my God, you guys, Sean, I'm so happy you guys are all here today. Sarah, thank you. Sean, thank you guys. You guys have been amazing. And last week thanks, Sean. Thanks. I wanted to thank you personally, and right away, Sean, for taking the helm last week. And I really, all I know is that you guys had a really great time. And I just wanted, and all of us, we hung out for so long afterward, and then even after I left, everybody just keeps hanging out. And that's the beauty of all of this, to solidify and crystallize these connections with each other and find those threads within, with each other. And that is the beauty of all of this, that I cannot tell you the visualizations I get with that. They're the way they show me the lights, the light, the waves of the way we're all interconnected. It's pretty incredible. So I think what I'd like to do really, Bree, is, well, is there any questions or comments? Let's start with that. And then what I think I'd like to do is I think I'd like to actually open it up to any light language blessings or comments to that anybody else may have about anything that we've already started to talk about, or anything from last week or any other time. And, I've been really wanting to go back and look at questions from the prior weeks and comments. And truthfully, you guys have been I just get so busy. I don't get a chance to do it. So, but anyway, yeah. What do you think, Bree? We got
Well,
anything?
I'm not seeing a whole lot yet in terms of things to read off. There's some private
That's fine.
conversations going on here in the Zoom room. So I think that we can maybe bounce around and have people say a little bit if they want to say anything, provide a light language blessing if you'd like to. I would go ahead and like to raise my hand and request light language blessings.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I would like to do it. I'd like to
there.
do one as well. So we can start off. Bree and I can start off, and that's fine. If you guys want to follow suit, raise your hand, whatever you want to do, type in the chat. Yeah, please do. And if you guys out there on YouTube, if you have any questions, comments about anything at all, just let us know, please.
Yeah, because we'll be reading stuff from the YouTube live chat and questions.
And if you're just coming in, I keep wanting to refresh too that if you're just coming in and you're just to hop over at in the YouTube chat, Bree's posted the link to my website if you want to hop in the room, and we'll mention that periodically as people come in, because I know some people come in later and aren't sure how to come in. So just wanted to throw that out there.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And the comments of the blog for today on her website, you can find the participation link. So in the room here, if you want to speak up, you can click on raise hand button or type in the chat, or, we'll figure it out. We'll make sure you guys can talk if you want to talk. So do you want to start us off, Wendy?
Sure, I'd be happy to. And today I've got sorry guys, got my favorite tangerine energizing tea. And today's yogi tea bag reads, be giving, forgiving, compassionate, and loving. And it's in my red, well, it's kind of like a kind of a berry color. I actually call my cup Rosie. Ever since I got it, I've been calling it Rosie. So there you go. Mi lavisa I fashion peleagi lavikisana I kapalava sinapalian foreshiteki. Mesheve I mariava kotoya I vama jevesinatelia godeva kalaki sana selaku. Ma ifa sona faliata ki jani malakotevianta di ilaki soposota vishite ki ana tefalaka. Mayava nimariatore evakura shamased vete sa I malahaniana kalakotari shanasavakea. Apokora shamese ia ina itu pokoroko shana sela shi savakalia nana kale eteva sonotave ilakatikia no malakete shasavakia vasona melaka yosho ivete kimalelina malakopaya the sefasona vishe eke vashana saya evayanana kuapalake sepoto shaviana Table unta shiva sadavi itasha semasaminave ki savashanavi etabaleko savasate elake. Nimali imala katavesena sapaleke sanateki savashote via ana amalia fatoki. Vashe inavake samasanate ilakate vishisete. Imateve sete kia voshunate avi inta savalusota vishase. Semotli inka livishonose avashate. So there's a couple of these I was guided to share with you guys today. Avishonot vikia isanate. And these symbols that I received on run. Oh geez. You know what? See, I didn't even look at the date, you guys. And this is what's so weird about how this happens. The date was 6/4/2019, the day before we did our first one. And I'd swear to you guys, I did not look at that. All I did was go to the book and open it up, and then I turned the camera on. So this was dated 6/4/2019, and they said to me, these are transformational transmissions. These are etheric expressions of energy beings They are the galactic light language, signs and symbols from our galactic families and ambassadors. And that's what they said to me that day and that was the day before our first hangout. So I did not plan that. And they're a little light because they're in kind of little ink. Let me move this a little bit. Okay.
Can you hold
But
that
anyway,
closer?
yeah, I sure can. I don't know how much of it you can see because I can't get the whole thing in. And I'll take photos of this, you guys, and post it on my blog, and then and on Facebook too. And if you're new to my channel, you can go to lensoflights.com. You can find all of my social media links there. You can contact me on my page, goes right to my email. So if you want to contact me, it's easier to answer everybody through one place. So, and there were several other ones that I was guided to today. Which and so I also wanted to mention that we're coming off of this hunter's moon, and the Native Americans have named these for named all the moons every month. And so this is also to inspire the hunter in us and to inspire us to hunt for more of who we are, what we want, what we are aspiring to, and how, for me and so many of us, light languages help us address and dissolve those layers that are kind of like the collective dust and dirt and grime. Light languages help clear away all of that for us to realize and reveal our true selves. And that, I think, is one of the most powerful, for me, has been in expressing them and receiving them and listening to them and sharing them. It has been quite revealing for me, and so I wanted to share that as well. That's a huge part of what light languages do, is they help us dissolve these barriers that we've created for ourselves, that we believe are true for ourselves. And when we feel that resistance and we understand they're not true for ourselves, we call in light languages to help us. Zevashuna Tevashuna Teve Ada Lakose Hevasono Teveki Zavashuna Telekia Sono Palakiasa Elekisono Sote Halaki. Hey Heather, hey Alicia, hey Zach. Oh, that was great. Thanks for the message, Zach. God, it's been amazing. Thank you for the emails. You're awesome. Okay, Bree, go for it. I'm feeling, all of a sudden, I'm feeling deep layer and energy here, you guys, of course. So Bree's face when I told her I had a kitty was just beyond belief. She just could not even believe it for a second. Neither could my mom and my sister, who also have cats. So I was just, I feel them around us. So
Oh my gosh, nice. I'm so surprised, Wendy. I didn't, like I said, I knew you have a dog.
Not as surprised as I am. Alicia, oh my God. I don't know if she got to see. Oh, you got it right line, girl. She was one of the first people I thought of too. I'm like, Alicia's got to see this.
Oh my gosh, I forgot to tell Alicia, so I'm going to tell her here on live air, because why not? Last week when she was speaking her light language blessing, after she got done, she was talking English, and it's like I saw her as a cat being. It was like I was getting like this energetic. I can't explain it because this stuff is just starting to happen to me. So it's not like I even know what to say, but I definitely saw.
Think I can still explain this stuff? I can share it. Can I explain it? Not necessarily.
You do a good job, Wendy. We all have the same okay, I'm using this limited English or whatever earth language, so we do the best we can, and if you know, luckily we have a lot of time. Time is stretched out. So, all right. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to provide a light language blessing here. Raise the spirits, to raise the energy, the vibration. And I know that this is a little bit of a heavy time for a lot of people right now, myself included. And so, you know, it's also about our perception. So this blessing is also to support us moving through everything as easily as possible, and illuminating what we need to see and understand. Nish e o kuhuish, na e asu ko a hayota, nento se shoku hawe arai, na nte sa ia o ai se, ne sau ru une shiat au. Nai I nai yosa o nai I sho uku ut ai yes e ia ua. Ara ana yat I sa'anyo ara ai sa'ania sa'ania uashi. Ara ai konto se shai yos o an nai yes e. Ndias auto to shike e yan is yatias aushaka e si atara is atara anai anyo o e shiki hiauna yaur ai isini shuku hu au mia ne shu ara ai inte so an nai yaso ueshe I now setiasa now ike hiasa ine so ina au au anya shokao maya rane saushu ine se sho war I ine so wash I yao ukan ne so mo ne so hue yo hue yes is she yes is she. How no to how is it so go is in your to just I see it say ai na ai yata au so to shas is yo to shuku usuku to shu so unu to shi yana au so she yes. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. It always feels like such a story, you know, when it's like you're telling these stories of your experiences and what you're going through and how we share these to help others understand what to empathize with each other, to honor each other's paths, and that they can all exist. All these paths can exist with or without us, and how we have this great ability to choose. And so many times we choose to not choose something specifically, yet we choose things to allow ourselves to experience. There's that fly again. Seriously? We choose to experience, and how we need to honor that. And when we share that, it allows us to see that, all of us to see all these multiple perspectives. I don't know, it was just, you know, sometimes it's hard to articulate what I hear when someone's speaking light language. But it's always it always feels such like powerful stories when, you know, when you're speaking.
Bree,
Thank you. Yeah.
have you felt which language you were speaking just now? What did it feel like to you?
I know there was some feline energy in there, but
because I can feel that too.
Did you feel ancient Egyptian?
I did.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I wasn't really thinking about it or, narrowing it down. So,
ask, please.
Okay.
Inside.
And it makes a lot of sense because she's so connected to the pyramids and Egypt, and she and I are, and I know
that makes a lot of sense with the feline energy.
And I know this cat does.
There's Sekhmet. There's
Bast.
Yeah. So that makes a lot of sense with the feline energy mixed in with the ancient Egyptian energy. That's what I was feeling.
And I feel it in this. I feel it in all felines. And I'm very connected, and Bree and I are too, to the Sphinx, that energy, the pyramid energy, that ancient Egyptian feline energy. So is Alicia Temple Beautiful.
And she just came in the room. So
oh my God. See.
Fitting timing.
Was that like simultaneous or?
Yeah, it was actually. As soon as Sarah asked that. Yeah. Yeah, it's really interesting. There have been times where I've spoken light language and I felt like, I wonder if this is something to do with Egyptian something, but I'm still learning.
And that's a good comment too, and that's a great question, Sarah, because third place in the chat says, this is great. I never thought to ask in the moment. Well, that's exactly what I do. As soon as I'm speaking, or if I'm making a video, or if I'm in a session, I'm asking, what is this energy? Is this a being? Is it a collective? I always ask because, and sometimes the answer is not what I think it's going to be at all, and so we have to be okay to go with that. So that's really good, Sarah, that you bring that up, because a lot of us do forget to just simply ask, oh, wait, who is that? Who's speaking? And many times what'll happen with me is, especially after starting speaking light languages, now I will actually get maybe a name, an image, a color, a planetary system. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But it's a very good thing to do, is because we won't know unless we ask.
Exactly.
This is a good point, because I am very much like, I bring it through, and I know that what I'm bringing through is for my highest good and for the highest good of the all. And I will set intentions for what I'm bringing through, but I don't always ask if there's a specific being or language or collective or energy behind it. And sometimes I try to tune into it and sometimes I don't. So it's a really good thing to talk about here, because that's one of the reasons we're here, is to explore this and to be able to talk about it, because there's also a lot of, I think, confusion around it. And
it's actually one of the biggest questions I get, you guys, in sessions and session requests. That's one of the biggest questions I get. Who's talking? Who am I connected to? What star system? What language is that? How do I translate it? How do I know what they're saying? Is it me talking or is it someone else? Am I talking? You are not alone. You are not alone. I ask myself these every single day. And I've been doing this, 5 years. So, and there's people who've been doing this all their lives.
These languages are coming from our DNA.
Yeah.
As humans in many lifetimes. So innately where the languages are coming from. So when you ask yourself inside your body which languages are being spoken, it will tell you. You don't need some outside influence to tell you, because your DNA itself will begin to tell you. Do you understand?
Absolutely. Very true.
So it's there already.
Welcome, Helena.
Hello.
That's a really good point. Because we are going from like the past paradigms. Hi, Helena.
Hello.
Hi, welcome.
Hello.
We're just starting to do some group or individual blessings. So if you would like to provide a blessing or say anything,
Okay,
we will be going into that.
I will do that.
Oh, great. Okay, thank you for
Okay.
joining. Yeah, so, but anyway, what you said, Sarah, about the DNA, I think is really important, right? Because our DNA is multidimensional and it is conscious. All parts of our bodies are conscious, and we can talk to it now, and we can hear. So it's very important to discuss.
Yes.
Would you like to?
It is, and I think that's part of the realization is when we realize we are really multidimensional beings, and we do carry lots and lots of information within us that we don't. And this is when we talk about light codes and these symbols and the light codes that come in from nature and all of that's part of our awareness process of all of it. And it helps us become more receptive and perceptive, that when we ask the question, who is this? We get a clear answer, and then we have the confidence to trust that answer. That's the beauty of this as well.
Yes, I absolutely agree. Sarah, if you would like to share with us today, please go for it.
Did you want to share a message, Sarah?
Yes, please.
Tarata kaisi te huisin tais. Tämä tiedä tuihin akan teisi te huisha. Sana to huisin tuuri ympäröivän vai. Sana te teu tuusu tuurien takaa. Termeikö tuien taitaja ata alna katosen teisu. Tara harintai tahora katara hishite. Umo katam. Kutuisin ta telemun tuien. Tara ya luka. Luka shentai. Rakatatish, Trish Nakashet, Utuka.
Pitaka otuk tinika taki uchini keta urutai. Kai kochi kiti atu taki siki itu kut adna. Thank you for your response. Parky?
You're very welcome. I thought you were done.
No, apparently those beings needed to speak to each other.
Okay, thank you.
Evidently, I thought so too. This is what happens too. We start speaking and then somebody else all of a sudden says, hey, I feel like something's happening in my throat, like I need to respond to this person. That happens a lot in these groups, and you guys need to be able to stand up and say something. Hey, I need to respond to this person, because it happens a lot, and that there's a bond that happens here. And if you get that feeling, you need to speak up. You need to say something, interrupt, or just raise your hand. But but this is part of what this is. But don't feel like you have to raise your hand and wait. If somebody's just got done speaking and you feel like you really need to respond, just say something. Hey, can I respond? Don't feel like you have to, you know what I mean? Because that's part of the flow of this group, that we don't want to have all these rules. So that's part of what this is so that, but we also want to maintain the integrity of, of the flow of it. But if you got something to say, please do say it. And if you need to respond to somebody, because it happens a lot. So I just wanted to put that out there, and to all of you, whether you're in the room or not. It's part of our activation. It's part of our activation process. You guys are activating me, just me listening.
I think it's also a good thing to note. That happens to me a lot when I'm looking at light language symbols, or when I'm hearing somebody else speak light language. I often will have almost like a response that will just automatically come out, or it'll be going through my mind. My awareness is like more light language is activated from hearing or seeing light language. It's very interesting. And we want to hear about this stuff from you guys too.
And that's another thing I do, I want to hear about you guys when you look at symbols, or if you see somebody else's or scripts, or if you look at my website and you can see I've got a page, pages of different symbols. And when I'm interested in knowing what happens. How do you feel? How do you react? Do you react at all? Are you drawing them too? Are you hand signing? Are you singing? Are you toning? Are you speaking? Are you just do you just hear it in your head and you feel like something's going on in your throat? That's part of what all of this is for is, and then the sessions, we can go deeper into that and all that, but this provides a space for all of us to a platform, a home to start from, and then to go deeper into it in the different layers that we want to go in together. So that's part of all this process. So I appreciate all of the interaction in here. Helena, since you're new, did you want to say day? And you don't have to if you don't want to. I was just wanted to offer.
Oh, you cut out, Wendy, so I'm not sure if she heard you.
Oh, okay. Hey, can you hear me, Helena?
Oh, I can unmute you, Helena.
Okay. Oh, she muted.
She turned off her thing. Okay. So if
That's
you
okay.
would like to share, then please.
Yeah, I just wanted to, give everybody the opportunity.
You can click on the raise hand button if you want to share, or you can type in the Zoom chat and we can have you share. You just unmuted and you muted again.
Oh, there you go. She's unmuted now. I love that image. That's a beautiful image. I think she's trying.
Hi, we can hear you now, Helena.
I think we can hear
you now. Yes, Stuart, we can hear me?
Yes.
Hi, yes.
Hi.
How are you?
Okay. You ask me any and what was ask me anything?
I just wanted to go ahead, Bree.
Is there something you would like to share?
Okay. Only life language. Can be? Like
Yes.
okay?
Light
Absolutely.
language or anything. Yeah.
Any language.
Any language. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't. No yo no way ati kitapudo chusto bala kstibirik dasta maka upokoto didiga alakta tapoko pedistakadia bakatia anopukuti kapakti tisata. Okono balakta takta sekechokopokaya takasti kitokopokane krakti kapakti sikdiapak to kopakti sikrakta. Onokto bidiktana tikatiako dia otikapatikia dia akopakti stakato. Onoko adia sakalakata tiketo kobatika atakar chokopaka atalako adadika adokoba adisia. Inoko ania klakati sikadako wa anakata siketo kopidia alakata pukotu kunikta manaktia. Ia anoko minaktia, anoko minaktia, tikoloko minaktia, anoko stokowa marasta, anakata sakalatoko baratieti sakatako pidikidiati sikirato pakta. Nokuto sakalakti makta sikarati komarasta, nagsokoto panakta sikristo koparikta te kopolu kupati sekridato, makata sakatakarakshon marakta sikarati sokoloku tu soparikta setokrata. Nokuto sakatakarakshon marakta sakato marakta kodoberak sikriata. Nakta sakato manakta sakati shikobarakti sikati shikobarakta nikiri portu to parat stata. Nakta sakata shikobarakti sikati shikobarakti sikati. Nakta sakata shikobarakti sakata parakati sikati shikobarakti sikito puro kobarakti sa. Nakta sakata parakati sikati kiti ngolo kodu sikati sikati kodu shikobarakti ngolo kodu beriati tete aku ngolo kodu beriati sa. Nakta sakata parakati sikati aku kodu shikobarakti kodu beriati sa tato. Nakta sakata shikobarakti sakata shikobarakti sikati kodu shikobarakti atu to patata. Nakta sakata shikobarakti sikati kutu miniksi sakti to pedia. Nakasara kora kuchi kumara sekara kutubere kusubariki kara ala kutubere sekara bi kutubere stati kopa. I anoko anak seka badika anakataka olabara sekara kia foto kuchi kumara sekara kusubara kisikata kuto. Nie. Oh ya moro ya de sekara do ba kada kara chikuto beri sekara chikopakta ya. Nakta sekara do bauia ni dia kara cukup bidik gratis tak kara tu toko pakta tera. Ni akra uka ada an de kis atika o jika ai jika o jiko jika aka jika do gujo. Ne wade ke sekara so bia no to wakanasia akopa anexita teokolo isukoroba inakro opa kniste kana kopa anakara kesakariko tiko manakte oloktos adiawa. Fakta kakata amakutuko apakuti sikiaka. Shoko aniakara sikia. Tika oya, iriaria, yarioya, noyoya, inakri, awionia, ionesi konyoa. Shoa, tiserikato, chokopakti sidaya. Sho.
This is in response to Helena. Oh, I wasn't expecting that, but I had to respond to Helena. Okay. I've been sitting here rubbing my dragon's egg, and initially this is what I thought was going to want to come through, and then I heard Sarah with the naga, and I wanted to do the naga, but that's kind of like it's all disappeared now. So I'm just gonna have to, I'll tell you a story and maybe something will come up in the meanwhile. I go to a local nature reserve regularly, and a few days ago I went, and sometimes there's nothing sort of eventful. It's just having that wonderful nature connection. And I found that I've recently started to express light language as I'm walking along the paths. I usually make sure there's no one around. I found a little trail that not many people walk on, which is quite handy. But ever since I started using it, I've started to notice people coming there. I'm like, get out of here. This is my spot. But anyway,
that'll get you for raising the vibe there.
Yeah. I came upon an ant's nest. I mean, there are a lot of ant's nests sort of like, they're sort of at the bases of the trees. It's sort of like a clump of clay almost, quite large. And I watch them and they're usually quite, I don't see any action going on there. But anyway, one day, a couple of days ago, I saw this ancestor, so my attention was drawn to it because there was a couple of crows on the pathway, and I could see them as I came, and one of them flew away. The other one sort of stopped and looked at me, and he kind of moved off the pathway actually towards the ant nest, and I spoke to him and told him it was perfectly safe. I wasn't going to harm him. I just wanted to observe. And so I stood quietly, and he sort of came back, and he was lunging at the ant's nest. He kind of like gouged a little hollow in there, and then he'd sort of land back on his feet next to the nest. And as I watched, I was watching the ants, and I could see that they were carrying eggs, sort of transporting them from one area of the nest to another. And I was watching the crow, and first, I mean, I don't know what they eat, so I just thought he was like lunging in and grabbing an ant and eating the ant. But as I watched, I became aware that he was actually picking out the ants that were carrying the eggs. So it was actually the egg that he was grasping, and then he would shake the ant off and swallow the egg. And he did that several times. So that's how I kind of figured out that's what he was doing. So I found that was like really interesting. Like he was picking out the ants carrying the egg, and he would choose that ant and like grab the ant, the egg in his beak and shake. So I guess he was shaking the ant off that was holding the egg, and then he would like swallow it, and then he'd sort of watch for some more. So that was really interesting. I quite enjoyed that, and I thanked the universe for showing me that. And then I returned yesterday, and as I came upon the ant's nest, it was quiet. There was no ants to be seen. So, okay, they're probably all hibernating in there. But as I turned to move away, and I looked down, and I was gifted with a crow's feather. So that was really nice. Yeah, that was really nice. Okay, now I think I've got some language coming through. Thank you.
No sure. Kia ta iwa uno ni kia ta into ho uno ni ko kaya sai ina ito akaya into unto ya seta inkoya. That's what light languages help us do, is help us to realize that the beauty of that entire experience that you got to actually experience in just probably a few minutes, right? I mean, that's how my life started. It was like everything was expanding for me. Everything I was watching was expanding for me and teaching me. And so that's a beautiful expression of that connection that we can have with these creatures of the earth that really are every single thing on here is a mirror for us to show us that, yeah, this is a part of what you are. And my message to you is just, I am a reflection for you right now. And I think that's a wonderful way to begin to recognize your world. And I kind of always was like that all my life, but definitely since I started speaking light languages. So, and I do see there's a couple of people that had their.
Before we move along, I'd like to ask Quimma, did she feel the energy of the last being that spoke was female or male?
Male.
Male?
Yes.
Very good.
I felt that as well.
I just wanted to see if you were able to connect to that energy.
Yeah, I often recognize whether it's male or female. I don't necessarily recognize what it is or where it comes from, but I don't usually concern myself with that.
Yeah. But I find that it clarifies some things within us. We have that female and male energy within us because we've all been female and males through so many lifetimes. That is really interesting to understand that we can connect to both vibrations and become both vibrations, even though we have chosen to be either male or either female in this lifetime. And so I wanted to at least speak it out and see
Okay,
if you can point it out.
I've got some female energy that wants to come through now.
Wonderful.
Ela no shalala to Korena, Sto Hishanatoi, Ela no Kushinare, Mala the Kushana to Turu Nasho Ote, Eshikatonai, Mahala Katarana, Shatanoya, Alana to Te Hinaya Shatai. I think I covered my mic then, sorry.
No, we heard you. Beautiful.
Ai nasha ke me avi inaba keleasa na baki ashan vele kalso palakose. Mai mea iva kisha na sevekora kasha savato inkiva shara kupaliataria na malakotaresha sike. Angela Katarisa malakotarashi. Tiara I rara malonzara ki posopa kora kasha se sapo toroku sheno safi ita kilaso. Funny that we're having this conversation right now because the whole divine feminine and rebalancing has been very upfront in my life, especially recently. So this is a very interesting parallel conversation to all that. So thanks, guys.
So beautiful. Thank you.
Can I just say briefly, I need to leave now. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Bree. Thank you, Wendy. It's been delightful as usual. So have a great day, everyone.
You too.
Thank you, Wilma. I'm so glad that you got to come and share. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you stopped by. Thank you. We really appreciate
Me too.
Appreciate
Thank
it a
you,
lot.
Wilma.
Thank you.
I love that you guys connected. That's wonderful.
Oh, all right. See you soon, Wilma. All right. So next up we have Peg. And Peg, are you ready? Would you like to share?
Yep, I'm ready.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. Memene kekene kebi bene kakale kene eke bebe kemi mene kekene kebi baka kele bi ki kele kebi bene ko mamane kana kekene keke bibi ke. Short and sweet, I guess, today.
Matalia kesha pada intiasa bakia tora intavara sona mala keshana seve ugora poshonati savashunata ikela kesena seva the kotarishi se semotore ishana kelake. And of course, as they say, it's never about, the quantity, it's about the quality. Avashonotere isana sete. So thank you, angels, for sharing.
Thank you, Peg. I wanted to tell you, Peg, I've had some of your, I don't know how to say, like recently as I've been speaking light language, some of the things that I've been speaking sounds a lot to me like how you speak. Oh. And it's only been happening recently. And I'm like, oh, wow, this sounds like Peg's language, but it's like little bits of it here or there. So I just think it's so cool how for some of us, it does transform and evolve. And that's one thing that a lot of people say is when they first start speaking, it's almost like the more that you speak light language, the more that you're opening yourself up to be able to bring through different energies or different languages and stuff. So it's really cool. So
yeah, it is. It is cool.
It's amazing.
I know
Thank you, Peg.
Sure.
All right, cool.
Thank you.
Next up, Will.
Will. You there, Will? William.
I'm here. I found my unmute.
Hi, Will. How are you?
Totally awesome, Wendy. How are you?
Totally awesome. Good, good. How you doing? I just asked you that. Sorry.
Okay, here we go. Hurahanani, Arihaskana atatiria shashaya, Hata acha kahanana yatakatatu duru. Wushashashashashani isakota nanawi, Atahari hatanana ratakachacha taku. Ushashashahaya nanahara tutua. Ishasha katatarahu. Arohatara ananahara shasha. Itidio totoro hototor shashashania. Ushahatakatia jara nanara hatiata. Uruhutakasha shanana harato. Utatawata harahatatidio tono. Ushashanana aratatidio. Uchachahara katatananio. Atati tichasha shohonano. Utatatuja. Itiachacha aranahananahu. Ushashashaya hatanana hatiachachakanano. Ushashahanana usokatachio. Uruhutukushashawaranaro. Atahananara hatakacha shahara suhuja wadu. Awatatara nanahara tatiti aja tatakutu tukuana. Ushashahananahu. Utukonona horhututuru tutiji atatakana. Atakatana hara tatiti huru jawa. Kosanana huru hososoya. Arahananani. Kodatu urututukoa.
Yeah, bashana ita kia toko tori ata ingia tava entukia sata intuki entu kokora katari isapakati kia. Nisa intiki kia ta ungoya palaki intikia sa sapa antoro shosho ampeki la kisa na tere kilo kompa kiana sete kilo kupa ki. Shimo untabi shana sebe sipi I tava kaloko pa ishasa sebaji kia da kalakoya. Lava shunoto unkaya valasata ki soto toto unkoya shape inteki. So in keeping well with the theme of the day, do you have any indication or can share perhaps, what energy that you're feeling or expressing in that particular language? Because that one was a little different than what you normally speak.
Yes, that was nurturing energy. It shifted near the end to more Arcturian.
I felt that. I felt the shift actually happen.
But it's still the same entity. That's the interesting
weird.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, you know what too, Will, though? I just was hearing too that, sometimes we forget and this goes so many layers, but they just said, you have to remember we are also evolving and we also have a team and we also have, they also have souls and oversouls. And so when they're speaking even, they can change their dialect and sound through us because of who they're listening to. That I've never actually heard articulated before that way.
Beautiful, Wendy. Yes. Wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was like they were showing me a picture. Thanks, Will. That was a nice realization.
you're welcome. I have that wasn't. So whoever wanted to speak through me, that wasn't them. They want to speak now, if I may. It's mainly directed at Alicia. So are you ready, Alicia?
Bring it.
I love you, Alicia.
Bring it. Don't be shy here, guys.
Uruhutukushashanani atikachidu tariskananure shayiskara huachai. Karasanani shashaka urhushaya katanania charu. Karasakanani Jesus akatukwari. Sharatika chikiskanano uru tikisha shashkanani. Sharikatakara huja sukusa wasaskanani usho. Yarokucha arotia. Ya chichaharini ya chiskonarusha. Iria chashashaya sakaskonanoyo. Uro hrshashaya kicha chakananoyo.
Nushataya so unta ba ukutia shatia tala ana. Mushutia so utu bushuki atia siti I ku ana ha. Ilu ubu ushuka aya hati itia no o. Nia wa okuboyatia ushukuli itia satia nana. ia to opo ko a tia sonokola na tia se iki I o shote o bo ona ia ta ala u uno to te autora shoto opo ko kia ono to sutu tia bona ia ta se tia na taia to tia so oko na I o buyo ko shko ja ana ta se tia.
Shoyo Yokoto Ara Hasangania Chikitaoro, Sahata Tidia Char, Sanana Naha Sakaskoya, Yashajai Katara Sanana Hasokuturu Shio, Ura Shahai Shagayet Katskana Warsa Shashawu, Shishia Saskanani Titisakachkotai, Tisa Nanuji, Arjaka Hasa Sakanani, Shashayata Atogutawahi, Arskaskanani, Shishai Shishukona no to Hushishai. Ishaya Katari Sonanawu Tukucha Joko Tawatino Horohutuya.
Toya te auto nei atia sa tio pojdiata kana ash ko luo pipia sa tio onat it uk anatia soto po ia natu kulo o shodayo so nayata shoziato pa ata ane itia toko no tielo ojotata kiata ane I moni I kwa pa shuzunoya soto.
It was totally awesome, Alicia. Not to get the Yirishikawai.
Thank you, Will. That was great. I haven't been able to do that in a long time. Talk back and forth like that, so I appreciate that. If it's okay, Wendy, I do have a blessing that I would like to do.
Oh yes, please. Actually, I was just going to ask if you wanted to say anything else, and then I felt like I needed to talk to you too. So that was all of a sudden I felt this real big surge of, and then I'm looking at Helena's image, and I'm thinking about my pyramids back here, and all of a sudden I all of this like this rush of like Egyptian energy. I was like, well, that was interesting. You know, as you guys were talking back and forth, I was getting these interesting visuals. So yeah, go ahead.
So was I. So before you do your blessing, can we talk about the visions?
Sure. Do you want to go first?
Oh yeah.
Of course, please do.
So this was in ancient Egypt, and it was a blessing or an initiation. You had a shaved head. People were drawing symbols on your shaved head in black. And you were in a golden robe on your knees while people were drawing on your head, and then around your neck. And then you responded, accepting the responsibility of this initiation. And then I saw you create an energetic pyramid around you. And then it was that energetic pyramid is a symbol of your greatness, is what I got.
That that is, you got more visions than I got, but I got that Anubis was actually there, like he himself was there with it, and that it wasn't like a normal priestly thing. It was a very important.
It was your connection to the Pleiadian system. So you were being initiated in Egypt through your Pleiadian connection. Yes, Anubis was there, but a lot of the Egyptians, some of them, they were the descendants of the Pleiadians. And so that's what I really felt you were connecting to, because the language you were speaking, some of it was Pleiadian.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that?
I'm very much rooted in Palladian right now in my human. So a lot of Palladian usually comes through with stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's cool. Like it's open to interpretation from everyone. So I accept that as an interpretation. Sure.
Well, I asked you because I'd like to know your interpretation of it, not just me telling you my interpretation of it.
Well, my interpretation didn't really have much to do with the Pleiades. It was more it was more priestly, sacred information, Egyptian, stuff like that. But, yeah.
Wendy, since you mentioned ancient Egypt and you're drawing all this while we're talking, what are you getting? Do you wish to share?
I'm just absorbing everything, listening, and getting as everyone's here and there, they just show me different pictures, and so I'm kind of like seeing these threads. And then when she was talking about the Pleiadians, and there's so many, like everything that everyone's been talking about has been in way, shape, or form part of little bits and pieces of what's been in my awareness lately. So it's just interesting how when we get together, how we start to, put the pieces together. It's very interesting. No shukwatu I umonko I untaya. Me onahi unko ya isasame inama itu unto muninaki indavi inana. And like Sarah said earlier, just ask. And we forget that as soon as we ask something, the order's been placed and it's done. It's our belief systems or our not becoming, our belief that prevent us from becoming the vibration of that reality. And recently I've been asking, I would say probably over the last few weeks or months, really, that's how long it's been kind of happening. But I've been asking the Lyrans for information and how can I connect with that energy better, and how do I better activate that within that DNA that I may carry, and how do the goal was I wanted to become more perceptive of a lot of these visions in the Sphinx, because I want to understand what was going on and why was I there and what was it, more. I mean, I know because they've told me, but I just want to explore more of it. And so when I was asking you about it, I just found it very interesting. Again, you guys, that the last thing I ever thought what I would have would be a feeling being in my home. So, but the thing is that I've been guided by several Lyran beings, and one in particular. It's almost like that's when we start to understand, when we ask, it's done. And sometimes we don't even understand how that's going to happen or how it's going to be delivered to us. And then having no expectations about that, and then breaking down all the beliefs and barriers that would have prevented me from allowing that being in my life to begin. And so all of that, I think, came into play because I wanted to know more of me and my connection to the Sphinx, experiencing that. And however, I've been connecting to that energy for ever since I moved here. I've been asking for her and her protection and her energy, and for a variety of reasons. And so I feel like this is that they're saying to me right now, even this connection and all that, and Ivy and the cat, and that has to do with everything, because it's my universe. Of course, it's going to do with my universe and what I'm asking for. So that really, you can have this, like, intense
You're cutting out a little bit, Wendy.
She's cutting out a lot of it.
Wendy,
You
I
should
didn't
know
hear what
better.
you said at the end there. What did you say right at the end, last sentence?
I said, aren't you glad you asked, Will? I said, no.
Oh. Got it. That's cool. Yeah. I wanted to read what Jody Runyon said in the YouTube live chat too, in regards to Will and Alicia's conversation. She said, I saw pyramids and Egyptian statues while they were speaking, and some kind of spiral image too. I think that's really fascinating. Helena, you have to go. You just said, thank you so much for joining us. There was with the response, we didn't get to talk. I just wanted to say thank you for sharing your light language today. It was really special. And I felt a lot of energy when you were speaking. And I hope that you come back soon if you'd like to. So thank you for being here. Hope to see you soon. Have a good day, Helena. Bye-bye. So that was all incredibly magical, and I don't think there's any possible way we could talk about it, but we certainly cannot summarize it very well. Wendy, your internet is super choppy, and...
Is it okay, Bree, if I do the blessing?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Go for it.
All right. So I wanted to do a blessing for all star seeds and light workers who are struggling or feel in the darkness or feel lost. I want to give them hope and strength to know that they're not lost or alone, because together we can burst through that darkness with our collective light to illuminate their path and give them strength, because we know it's hard and we are all taking your hand and you are never alone. So that's what I want my blessing to be. Nushataya so ukutia ale anusu shuna sayata u bio ushutia satsasaya na hayata usi isisiana sa kushana sa ana huhutia shuku usosaya na ya hasasiana udu bushutia shashana sa yoku ushutia shu ono sosaya udu sia shushana shoshaya usia sona jasa sa su ana sa ya oso sia sosiasa siana ala hana su ushushaya shahana hio kushishia susiana udio su shoshai yana asa ana kushu uayo susiasa yasha ana su ulu bu ushishia sana siasa ana shachahaya sasai sasa sosona asa usha hukashu unishia pu tiasa niku ushutaya sola ana sayata shona sayata sashiana tiasata yaka ana shahana sala a bushania satata bushania sataya sa ana ka atia usha Nia sotutayo sho usha siasaya so ono na halaata yoko ushatia na yasatiata Yesho uma sia ua hala anaka kuko awa ita iono ota ka ashatia sa ala ana hana kioshona sia sa ana tio usho po ushashai sa iana ata tiela ata na ahana ia kopa ashata au ku una shatia sa ana katiata ata katiata na asha sia sa ana hana iela ata Kuuba hana shuhu hasatayata ana shahusayata ana uta buo kiela ana sasai ia kuula ana tia shukotia puushu nia tia shusa sana ana hatatia tata aya kushutaya puushu shia sasaya una hana alapia sana iakata nala muyato nayashona. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wow. That was incredible.
Did we lose Wendy?
Yeah. Yeah, her internet's going in and out pretty bad now.
There she is.
Wendy. Okay, you're back, Wendy. Or not. Hey.
Uh-oh.
Oh, now you are. So taboo taco.
Like send me some clearing.
Hey,
Hi.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yay! Hi, you guys.
Hi. Thanks for joining. How are you doing?
I'm so excited to be here with you guys.
Yay!
I'm excited. Yes. I just wanted to respond. I
Oh,
don't
I'm
know.
so excited to see you.
Hi, it's so good to see you guys. I wanted to respond to the last transmission because wow, just like so much of what I just heard, I felt like it's just super connected to the light language that I've been speaking. So I'm just gonna respond and see what comes out real quick. Give me a second. I'm like, sorry you guys, like my energy is like so intense right now. It's been just crazy lately, but just give me a second. This is also just going to be sending love and light to you guys. Hopefully you can still hear me. And also in response to all star seeds, just all of you beautiful beings watching this, sending love and light to you guys. Analakashan kelasakishana kala. Elesakala anaka kesha lanahana. Alakasa kesha lanakela. Esalanaka hashalanaka. Asalakana kalakes. Ishnele esalanaha. Ela asaka asakala a ashralanas. Asala ranala kasa. This is like my soul is just like so ecstatic to be connecting with so many of you on so many levels. That's just like what that energy is. I've been like, you guys could just feel it. I don't even know the words for that, but just anakala asala alakala ashkala as anakala sa tishkala naka. Just love from me to all of you in every aspect, every dimension. I'm just so excited that there is a space and that you guys have just at this now found your way to me in this life, in this incarnation. I get to see your beautiful faces and just hear your beautiful voices. And that's really all I want to say. I just wanted to say hi. My daughter's in one room and I got another little one right here. So it's probably going to get crazy in a second. So I'm going to let it go to the next person. But thank you guys so much for seeing me, for hearing me, for sharing your light and love with the world. You guys inspire me so much. And I'm just so grateful. So that's it. I love you guys. Namaste, beautiful.
Namaste, Taboo Taco. Have you tried speaking your languages to your children?
I do a little bit. I've started. I'm trying to. It's just been a process of me kind of being more open and not judgmental of myself, because I feel like sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, my kids are gonna look at me like, what is this new language that you just pulled out of the hat and you're trying to, you know. My oldest daughter kind of looks at me like, Mom, what are you doing sometimes? But the youngest one, I don't know if it's just because she's like fresh from wherever she just came from, but she like gets it. She's like on that level. Like we speak light language, telepathy, whatever, all the time.
Wow.
But,
How old are your children?
My youngest one, she's about to be 4 months.
Oh, that makes sense.
She communicates stuff to me from the other side all the time. I'm so grateful that I'm blessed that she's come into my life at this time as well. My eldest, they're so different. They're from two completely different like time and places, whatever. It's so interesting, their own little unique journeys, and getting to just learn about that and, you know, through them is really beautiful. But yes, I have started recently. I've only been speaking light language for a few months, but I'm trying to integrate it. Because I really feel like it usually always has a really positive and beautiful impact on the energy and dynamic and just my spirituality. So
Oh,
my
definitely.
eldest is crying, you guys, though, so I gotta go.
Oh,
Speaking of
okay.
speaking, she's calling for mama. So
Thank you so much for joining. It's so good to see you.
Thank you,
And
guys.
yeah, I'm happy you're here. So hope to see
Me
you
too.
soon. Take care.
Namaste,
Bye.
beautiful.
Namaste.
See you. Wow, how incredible. It's really cool. And I wanted to tell you guys earlier that she had put in the chat that yesterday she intentionally and consciously wrote light language symbols for the first time in her awareness. So I think that's really, really cool. It just goes to show that the more that what we focus on, we literally create more of. And so if this is something you're really excited about, you guys can focus more on light language and listen to more light language and look at more light language and expand yourself, which is really exciting. So it's really cool. Now, I'm going to go back here for a second. So Wendy is clearly having really strange internet problems. All of a sudden, she's not even in the room. I was going to ask her if she could restart her internet, but she's not even here. So that's too bad. Now, Ivy, you are here in the room, and I saw you on here earlier. Did you want to say hello, Ivy, and maybe share something today? Maybe talk about how you just totally changed Wendy's life with cosmic kitties.
Well, that was a catalyst, wasn't it?
A little bit, yeah. Thank you for bringing the most incredible being into Wendy's household. And now I get to see photos all day long, every day. So I appreciate that.
Well, it was one of those things that was meant by spirit.
Yeah.
And it was
feel
kind
that.
of crazy, but I knew it. I felt it. It was like, oh, come on, you're just projecting. But no, so I wrote it through. And when it came time to actually ask her, I had a trip to Nashville anyway. So I thought, oh, this is convenient.
Oh, wow.
So a few days before I had to leave, I approached her, give her enough time to work it out with her family and make sure and stuff. And she almost backed out because, she didn't think she had a good environment for a kitten. And I'm like, we had a little call and she took me around her house with her video cam. And I'm like, don't worry, the cat will be fine. So I didn't realize that she actually lived like 2 hours beyond the stop where I was bringing the other kitten. And so I'm driving there going, oh, God, this is crazy. But Spirit told me to. And if I don't listen to Spirit, we know what happens. And I had this feeling that if she didn't take the kitten and said no for whatever reason, that some little, scraggly mongrel kitten was going to walk up to her somewhere and beg to be adopted, and she'd bring it home and it would be sick and a hide her and she'd have to nurture it and all that. So I'm really glad she took this one and just short-circuited that whole movie out of it. But he was magical. He was meant for her.
Yeah.
It's like somebody bought his sister right off the bat, full price, boom, gone. Nobody called for him, not one call. I posted his picture everywhere. He's so photogenic too. I mean, you've seen him. He's just absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Not one call, not one nibble, not one speck of interest. People would say, oh, he looks magical. And I'm like, yeah, he is. But yeah, he was magically meant for Wendy. So it fell together perfectly and it was really beautiful. It was so beautiful seeing once she took him in her arms, he didn't leave.
Oh, it's so sweet.
So
I'm really happy for her. Yeah, thank you, Ivy, for sharing a little bit about that. And I mean, I just think it's so special that this all started, and right when we started these Wednesday gatherings.
Yeah, it was that first Wednesday gathering when my cat kept walking across the camera, and I'm like, yeah, she's pregnant. She's gonna have babies tonight. And she did. So, I would send Wendy little pictures and updates, and I wasn't even thinking about what was going to happen when I was sending her pictures. It was just all cuteness and synchronicities, until till it came down to it. And
Yeah.
then shit got real.
Yeah. It's so cool. And I think that, you know, sometimes we have like these big shifts in our life where like there's new additions to the family, or and it kind of like, it shifts the energy totally. And I know for Wendy, this is totally shifting the energy for her. And she's
Am I back?
Welcome back.
What perfect timing.
Yes, we were just talking about your kitty.
And you know, he's still stretched out here, laying half inside the box, half outside the box. Of course, I put the kitty scratch thing together. No, he's sleeping in the box. Of course.
Well, that's how they do it. Yep. They sleep in boxes
That's
and
what they
strange
do.
little places.
Told you so.
So,
Whatever you
so
buy,
thank you.
just put the box nearby. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. So he's sacked out. So, yeah, that was a pretty incredible experience. I
Aw.
have to say, it was quite a day for Ivy and me.
Yeah, she said it was a long
yeah, well,
drive.
that was-
A longer drive than she was expecting. So it's cool how it happened, though. That it
Yeah,
was
I
kind of planned by the
actually-
universe. Sorry, Abby.
I actually drove 15 hours that day. And on the way back, and there was just those 2 stops aside from gas and coffee. And on the way back, my eyes didn't cross. So, because that's when you're in trouble. The coffee and all helped me through that. But I started hallucinating. And it was really cool. At the last gas station, there was a dog. I could tell it wasn't a real dog, but there was a dog running next to my truck. And I could tell it was a shadow dog. It was okay. I wasn't going to hurt it. It wasn't going to hurt me. It was just along for the run. And then later on, there were some birds flying beside me. And I was like, okay, this is cool. My eyes aren't crossed. I'm not impaired. This is just little things I usually can't see. And I can see them now. So I was glad to know I'm never alone.
Well, that's exciting. Not to mention it was pouring rain when she got here. Not to mention it was also pouring rain. Oh, what a woman. Yeah, that was quite a day. It was a beautiful day. And yeah, every day since that first webinar has been inexplicable. Inexplicable. So thank you, Ivy, for that beautiful synchronicity and bringing Cosmo into my life. I appreciate that very much. And yes, you're one of the first people I thought of, Alicia.
For everything you bring
I knew
into-
Alicia. Go ahead. I know we have a delay with Ivy.
Who?
Go ahead, Ivy.
There's a little delay with Ivy, so I have to let her finish talking before I start talking so that she knows I'm talking.
Oh, okay. I was just going to say, thank you for what you bring into everybody's life. That's kind of a big major thing too. That's all.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And well, that's one of the things that we realize when we get together like this and all of these things that we experience, we really do begin to understand abundance isn't about money. You have abundance of lack, but we're learning we can have an abundance of all the things we really want. And I feel very abundant, very abundant. That's a gift that is, we'll be connected forever, and we already were. So, but yeah, I was, you're one of the first people I thought of, Alicia, that I wanted you to see him because he actually does he's kind of got that Egyptian look to him too. So I don't know.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to see pictures.
Well, I introduced him earlier in the video. So if you rewind, you can see I showed him to everybody. He's sleeping right now over there in the box, so I don't really want to disturb him. So, but yeah, he's tiny.
Aww,
he's tiny.
that's so cute. I'm so
I
happy
thought of
for
you
you.
right
I'm
away
so
when I was playing with his
excited.
feet. Because oh my God, he's adorable. I can't even stand it. He's just, he's just beyond adorable. How many toes does your cat have, Alicia?
He has 26.
Whoa.
He's 2 away from the world record.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
26. He just has 20 toes.
That's very funny. Wow. And I met
Oh gosh,
my friend has a.
Go ahead, Bree.
Oh, I was just gonna say I have a friend that has a cat who has more toes. What is that called? A polydactyl cat?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Polydactyl.
So,
okay. So you actually had me counting his toes, and I thought, oh, Ivy would have told me if he had more toes.
Yeah, probably. Very cute.
Oh yeah, I just can't stand it. He's so damn cute.
So Sarah just said that there's a song in light language that is coming through. So go ahead.
Sure. Thank you, Sarah.
Namaste.
Namaste. Mishay intafisateki ita somasat ila kishamasela kaseva onta fosha yata ila kasanase.
Thank you, Sarah.
Miasha tequila kiamaliato una. Eva sonosete kiala son tevakia. Singing in light languages has been probably one of the most well, singing has always been a part of my life, all of my life. But something about singing in light language, and each time I hear someone else sing too, there's just so many layers to it. And it's almost like I can see all the layers like you would music, but it's almost like hearing all the instruments from different worlds or realms and then coming together in song. And even Bashar said once that you guys would probably think our music is kind of boring to you because what we can hear is like one tone. They can hear all of the layers of it, and so I always feel that when people are singing in light languages, and myself included, that there's a lot of information being fed through those light codes that are coming through the vibration of that information that's coming through. And it's often the information that's coming through from those soul families, Akashic records of other star systems, much like they've explained to me with the symbols, can be much the same. Now, so I guess I'm not supposed to. I think I'm.
Did anyone feel
opposed to anyway,
anything?
but, so that's what I could feel.
Okay. Did anyone feel anything? It's telling me somebody felt something and they're not saying.
Well, sometimes people don't feel comfortable sharing, and if they don't want to share, that's okay. So,
No, that's okay. But I wanted to kind of understand who it was. Maybe it's one of the people who have their cameras off.
It could be me. I'm feeling very tired right now. That's about it. I've been up since 10 o'clock last night. I worked a graveyard shift.
Yeah.
But I found it very peaceful, actually, to listen to that singing.
Very good. It seems like it was healing someone. That's what I'm feeling. Like it was healing someone.
Stefan had put in the chat, he felt pure nothingness, like the cosmic void. So maybe that is a part of that. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You.
It's very nice though, Sarah. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I felt like it was very necessary, but it also told me it was healing someone in the same time. So I wanted to know who it was.
Rene sate sokish ken tau sik it ar inyat au shuku utu sinya sin au iki satayo urues. Wendy just went. Oh, you're still there, Wendy? Okay.
Am I here?
You're kind of. You're. Oh, look it! It's a kitty.
Gorgeous cat.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Is it a boy or girl? I'm sorry, I'm like so far behind.
It's a boy.
Oh, he's so beautiful.
This is Cosmo.
Oh, Wendy, you're gonna be a cat lady now. Join the club. Join the club.
Yep. She's totally turning into a cat lady. Check it out. We can see the evolution happening before our eyes. So, oh my gosh, he's so freaking cute. I want to go visit just to squeeze him.
Oh.
He is so adorable, Wendy. Oh, he's handing the business card. Cuddles.
Oh,
I mean, his blue eyes too. Look at these eyes,
Alicia. My first cat that I had when I got to a point where I was not picking cats up by their tail as a child. Yeah.
He must be here. Oh my God. He was like, hey.
Wendy, your internet is still cutting out. So could you double check your connection, Wendy? Can you make sure that you're using the right connection? Maybe it's switched and that might be part of the problem. So want to make sure that it's the right connection so we don't keep losing you. Okay, so I think she's checking on that. All right. So I think everybody who wanted to share has shared here today. So Wendy, is there something you wanted to discuss in terms of, because I know there's like constantly new things being brought to our awareness in terms of learning about all of this. I know we were talking about a lot of different things. So is there any other topics you were looking to talk about today before we start to move into closing up? Sorry, I know you're in the middle of.
I don't think so. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, now I can.
I'm good. I don't. Okay, I was gonna say, I think it's my internet. Can you hear me okay now?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I feel like I'm losing my internet here. Hang on.
Yeah, it's in and out.
Yeah, I know. I see that. Okay.
Trying to catch you next.
Yeah, I'm trying to sit still so I can at least. How's that? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Don.
See you.
Okay. Good night or
Good
day.
night. Thanks for coming. Thanks for staying up.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. No, actually, that was really all the things I really primarily wanted to share about today. I didn't get a chance to chat with him, but you know, one of the things that I just wanted to share again is that even if you know, when we close out and go off a lot, sometimes some people are still here. So I want you all to feel free to interact, you know, in these gatherings, even after we go off live. And I don't know today, you know, if anybody's staying or not, but I just want to thank all of you for being here once again and sharing all of your experiences and your light languages. Every single time that anyone in these gatherings speak light languages or share any form that is receiving exactly something they need that they've been asking for. And to just understand that no matter what it is that you've been looking for, if you've been guided here, something here for you. And whether it's someone else's activation, whether it's just listening to the camaraderie, the how we experience this and how we just live our daily lives, which is the whole point of all of this gathering, is how does all of this, what does all this mean? How does it affect us? What does this have to do with our navigating this reality, and what have to do with creating the realities we prefer? Because light languages allow us once again to illuminate that within us that has been asking to see the light. Because once we do something and we realize something new about ourselves, we completely transform. We're always transforming moment by moment, but the magnitude in which we raise our vibration, and once you go there, you can never go back unless you decide it's something you want to go back for, to re-examine, reevaluate. But always know that your vibration is up here. There really is no going back, because now you're able to process and integrate and understand, and receive and share higher vibrational forms of information that allow you, all of us, as we interact and share our languages with each other. It helps all of us do this within ourselves and truly change our light bodies so creation differently. And I don't know if that's a very good way of explaining it, but to try to keep it simplest forms. Yeah, this is it's very, very complex, but it's not really complicated. we like to complicate because we're human. That's what we came here to do, is complicate it so we can have polarity. But that idea of how to learn and how to gain wisdom is an old paradigm. I think it's an old way of thinking. And now we have to understand that once we integrate this new information, there's no undoing it. You can't integrate something that has already become a part of you. And once you're aware of something new, once you realize something new, it has become a conscious part of you now, which now it has been illuminated. It is no longer in the dark. And so light languages for me and for about illuminating that within each other. And that's what they told me the very first day that I was making a video. And they said, we'd like to offer you this word, maha. And it actually, they said it translates to, or if you will, the light within you illuminates the light within me, and the light within me illuminates the light within you. And together we grow greater. And greater, others to experience themselves as lighter. All of you for stepping into your light and illuminating mine. And together we grow great the illumination of all of this. And together, we find ourselves. So.
And you said that word was mahala, right? You cut out a little bit when you were talking about that, but that's what you said, right? Oh,
yeah.
Can you hear me, Wendy?
Yeah, I can hear you. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to confirm that you said that word was mahala. What you just explained?
Yeah.
Okay. You cut out at that part a little, so.
Yeah.
Just wanted to clarify that. So thank you.
Yeah. So is there anything else?
So Christy just,
any other questions or comments before we close today? Yuri?
Christy just joined the room. So hi, Christy. Christy, if you would like to say anything, go for it. I think we're going to be wrapping up here pretty soon. So otherwise, I think he's just joining in on the fun. So thanks for being here. As far as myself, I think this is just about all I wanted to share today. I think next week, Wendy and I will be sharing a few things that we've kind of been talking about back and forth, things that relate to all of this. And yeah, we do this every week on Wednesday at 1:11 p.m. Central Time. And so you guys can certainly stay tuned. You can check out Wendy's website, languagesoflights.com, to follow what's going on the blog. And also on her Facebook page, we post all the stuff too. So if you guys want to find her on Facebook, Languages of Lights, you can like her page and see the posts, and she shares awesome stuff and the symbols she's writing and everything. So she also has sessions on the services page of her website, and she does all sorts of different things. If you guys are inclined to check out what she offers, please go check it out, because I know if you're feeling called, it's probably because it will be life-changing. That is my personal experience for sure. And I just saw that you unmuted, Christy. So did you want to say hello?
Yeah, I'll say a quick hello. That's okay.
Hi. How's it
How
going?
are you? Okay.
Hey, Christy.
Okay. Grand, yeah. I might speak some light language if that's okay. Yeah? Okay.
Why, sure.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. ia utusku yakata yakata uata yakuti yakata ukutusku yakata yakata uota ya yakata u iotu akutusku yakati yakati atusku yakati yakutu yakati yati atusku yakata iatu aku atusku yakata atusku ya uota yakutu atusku yakata ya iata iakutu tusku yakata iata iaka katu atushkutiyak atushkutiyak ya tusku atushkutiyak atia iata atia tusku akatiyak yakatu utukata tusku uiaka laktiyak atushkutiyak atushku akatia ato tusku ikatia tusku akatia atia atushku atushku akataya atau aku tusku iaka akatia tusku kota akatia tusku akatu tusku akataya. Thank you, folks.
Namaste, Christy.
Thank you.
That was cool.
I was wondering if you had any idea who was speaking, and now my internet's weird. No, of course.
Oh, you're back, kind of, Wendy, in and out.
Am I back?
Yep. I can hear you. I can't see you, but I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Very interesting, Christy, as always. I was actually seeing transmissions from a ship. That's what I was seeing, visual. I was getting that it was a transmission from a ship. So I was wondering if you were getting any.
Okay, so we're still live, yes. Maybe I'll talk for a few minutes when we come off. Are you finishing the call, yes, now, or is?
Yeah, we'll be finishing it soon. So yeah, please stick around. We'd like to talk to you about that. That's really cool. All right, great. Well, I think this is a good spot for us to wrap up today then. So any last things you'd like to say, Wendy? And then I think we can close out.
Thank you, everyone.
I can hear you, Wendy. The audio or the video is choppy, but I can hear you. Kind of.
I just wanted to say thank you to everyone. Oh,
yeah.
God. Sorry about my internet.
Yeah, it's not fun. The internet issues are not fun, but you are back for now. So we heard you say thank you. Okay. Oh, it's too bad.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now.
Okay, I just wanted to say goodbye while I had the opportunity. I just said everybody, well, sorry for my internet, rural America.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll take the opportunity to say goodbye while I still can. I love you. Thank you for coming, and please do join us again. And I appreciate your sharing, your everything you bring to this. Thank you. Shataya, lakiasano. I love you. Thank you, Bree. Thanks to all of you for being here with me today. Love you. Miatoria. I love you. I love you. I love you. Kiamala setaka. Alase.